All right, so we're starting a live stream, and this live stream, let me set the tweet here. Let's see here, it is different format I'm doing. Hello guys, hello people. I'm gonna wait for some people to come in. Going to be a very different type of live stream. It won't be as long. Going to be giving some updates on my new thought process. So I'm going to wait for people to come in, people, and we're going to be talking about the market. I'm going to be talking about what happened here, and it's kind of a natural, normal process here. Excuse me. All right, so people are coming in. All right, let's wait a little bit more. Hello, Eric. Hello, Mez. So more people are coming in, and we're going to be starting the live stream. A lot of great information to talk about. One of the big key focuses I'm going to be talking about is the adaptive thinking. I've proven without a shadow of a doubt a big picture thinking from February 11, 2016 and onwards. However, it is still, I consider it all was an adaptive thinking, and basically the adaptive thinking it really applies right over here. Okay, so we're going to talk about that in the SPY. Hello, Louis. All right, people. So when it comes to adaptive thinking, we were getting signals that the market was going to, like, when we were back here in October, we were honestly setting up to break up higher, right? But like I say to people, you never want to fight with the market, right? And I was getting signals of a lower market. That's why you started seeing me talk about negative things and things. Now, we did catch some moves, and the market looked good to go lower. But then, you get these changes that can happen. Now, the market then goes into what's called a chop zone. And a lot of stocks I saw problems was that they didn't make the follow through. So the best money was made when we had alignment. What happens is when we miss alignment, sometimes, 9 out of 10 times, it's better to wait for a new alignment. And sometimes, it's better to miss out, and you'll have a higher win rate, I believe, from my stats that I'm looking at. But you got to be afraid of not missing things. So you try to catch everything with the rules as best as possible. We made the most money. My stats show, I tell my group this, we make the most money when our rules align the most, right? So now let's talk about the SPY here, okay? Now the SPY, like everything, a lot of stocks went down. Like we are warned of this problems, like Apple. But then we hit targets, and then we had the bounce. Why do we bounce? Well, because look at people. If you look at from this point to this point, right, the market did what's called a retracement, right? Now the question is, does the market could retrace, and you can look at this as a bear flag here, okay? So okay, people, we're back. Can you hear me? Because the software, there was a problem with the stream. Can everybody hear me? Okay, good. Okay, so we're back. All I had to do is restart. Now I don't know. Like sometimes we can have issues, and today was not an issue I wanted. So anyways, back to what I was saying here. So if we look at what's happened here, we have what's called a flag pattern that is developed. So the question is, now here's my part of adaptive thinking. Right now, I'm going to explain this. What I am still seeing is the market favors lower prices. However, if I see the right action, I will change my mind like this, right? But we're not there yet. And so one thing I would want to see is the SPY close above 282.5. Again, this is doing this. Fuck. Okay. There's something today. The internet there must be an issue, guys. So be patient here. Everybody hear me? Somebody tell me if they hear me now, because the stupid things. There is some stupid issue happening on the internet. I don't know what the problem is. So somebody responded. Okay, good. Eric responded again with a yes. Okay, good. So anyways, so now one of my updates is that the SPY needs to get above 282.5. And even if that happens, we need a follow through, and that's right now at this point in time. Now, if that doesn't happen, then we need to break down key levels for an alignment, okay? And that's now SPY, and again, I have to see more information, but it's SPY 275 to 273 area at this point in time. So we are stuck right now in what's called a chop zone, okay? So what do? Well, when the market's in a chop zone, both sides loses when it comes to options, both the bulls or the bears. That's why we've had some losing trades, and it doesn't surprise me due to the chop zone. In order to make money, good money again, one of the things is to be patient and wait for the new signals to come in. And in the chop zone, both sides lose, you know. But rest assured, we've been doing our study, and we're going to get resolution soon. It could be tomorrow. I'll have a better picture. It could be Friday. It could be early next week, but definitely within the next 2 to 3 days, or max 2 to 4 days. From then, we're going to get some sort of resolutions coming. In other words, does the market remain bearish? And maybe that's the end of the drop. At the same time, it's still, in my opinion, set up to at least test SPY 260. The market has gone up tremendously, and I've been massively correct. Unlike the stock clown wrong since SPY 225, PowerTarget trade yours truly, the market leader in adaptive thinking, has been correct since February 11, 2016, and massively correct. More correct than just about any trader there is on the planet right now. There is nobody that is more correct than me, and I know this statistical measurement. And the way to stay correct is to adapt constantly, never to assume. So I'm already preparing for both sides of the picture. I already know what to look for. When the market says, you know what, we're going higher again, we will be prepared for that. If the market says no, we're still going lower, which is where we're at still, but we're in the chop zone. We need new confirmation. And so we need to adapt constantly. That way you don't get stuck like a stock clown being wrong since SPY 225, since 2016 of December. Massively, not a little bit wrong. Massively wrong. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, people. This is what the only way is to adapt. And that's where I'm the best at. And I've become more of an adaptive, that's why I'm using the word adaptive thinking. So SPY 300, are we going there? Sure, we're going to go there. But it may not happen this year. It could happen into next year. Again, we don't need to worry about that. We need to adapt to the market and make money. As options traders, we're making money on the swings, up or down. We will adapt. I ain't going to fight the market if it wants to go up. No. I changed my stance right away. Understand? That's the difference between between a winner and a loser. Like, for example, the stock clown, the stock bookie, massive loser. Because he cannot admit he's wrong, right? And basically, even if he's right, he's wrong because he's shorting the market or stocks when the market has been going nothing but higher. And only recently we've pulled back, and when we pulled back, we caught the gains to the downside, not the stock clown. The stock clown has been massively wrong since December 2016. That's what's called, and this is old world thinking, they don't adapt to the market, people. Adapting is the key. So I said to people, if I say the SPY said, and I was closer to my target. The SPY was closer to 300 than to 225, right? If you measure the metrics, I mean, the stock clown, anybody who thinks about this logically, who is more correct? Power Tricker Trade, who said SPY to 300, or the stock clown that said the SPY was a bubble at 225? It's obvious who's correct, right? So adaptive thinking is superior to every other trading. And we are on the forefront of adaptive thinking. Number one in the business is Power Tricker Trade. Absolutely number one, getting better. Also doing a lot of new regimented things. That's why you see the live streams will be earlier for a reason. Because I go into bed earlier. I'm regimenting my life for success, to get more things done. I'll give you an example now. In my regiment now, I'm going to be waking up 5:30 in the morning. 5:30 in the morning. Okay? I was working out at the gym 6, well, I woke up early, but 6 a.m. in the morning. I got it all done. I got all my stuff I had to do, prepare for the market day, and did whatever I had to do, right? So everything I'm doing, obviously going to bed earlier and waking up earlier, what I found is it makes you more productive and puts you on the champion side of life. Now, mainstream, I've told you, Power Tricker trades on health and wealth. Remember this, people. So you're dealing with a regimented person, unbeatable when you're like this, okay? All metrics, successful people will regiment their life, okay? Go to bed always the same time and go to bed, wake up the same time, okay? As best as possible, right? What should be the majority of the time, okay? If you want success. Now, you're dealing with, when you're getting advice from me, you're getting advice from this type of person, okay? Regimented, okay? Doesn't matter how much time you have, or how much money you have, you need to be regimented for your health, regimented for success, okay? And I am the epitome of this. Power Tricker Trade, number one. Cannot be beat and will not be beat. Not with these metrics, not what I know. I am more confident when I see something that goes wrong, I have a metric to figure out what I know. I already know everything already, by the way, because in order to be perfect, we need to be waiting for the best possible. So, and when it's not, you got to tighten up. But anyways, and we have, because I didn't go in too big when we made the most money on our downside. I haven't made much money at this point, but we're preparing and we will adapt and make our money because we're adaptive thinkers. The key is to lose small and win big. All right, now. That's something the stock clown and most people don't do. They don't have the patience, and they don't, listen to me, mainstream thinking, okay? You work for somebody, you loser. You want to get away from the workforce, okay? The workforce is slave force, okay? You work for a company, you slave, okay? I don't work for nobody. I work for Power Tricker Trade myself, okay? Even if you work for somebody, you want to regiment your life. Wake up 5:30 in the morning, and go to bed earlier. You get more done because no one bothers you 5:30. I got I can focus. I can go get the important things out of my, what's important. I was impressed at the gym that I found quite a bit of people were there at this particular place I was going. The older people, there are people who understand this philosophy, and I think the successful people, because nobody succeeds, nobody's health is the best who stay up all night anyways. We were meant to be, it's dark outside, we're supposed to sleep, okay? You want to get away from mainstream thinking, okay? And that means that even the way the mainstream thinks about the market. My system is adaptive thinking. Number one is adaptive thinking, because the market changes its mind, and first of all, the market has not changed its mind on the downside right now. But if it does, I will know. I still need information. You notice I say adapt. Every day, listen carefully, people, so you know what I'm coming from. Every day is a measurement day for me. Every day is a new piece of information. I already knew there was a problem. I said, even today we didn't get the answer I wanted. We were still stuck in the center. So we need more information. Any other thing is an assumption. It's a guess. That's stock clown. You don't want to be stock clown. Stock clown already, I've proven to everybody, or anybody, I tell the stock clown story as an education. Because it's true. The guy is a good education because you don't want to be a clown. That guy there,
listen to me. If anything, he's listening to me, but at the same time wants to pretend he's right. If any improvement he makes in his life is because he listened to PowerTarget Trade, not because of his stupidity. And anybody make an improvement, they say, you know what, PowerTarget Trade was right. You know, if you would have told me 10 years ago some of this stuff, I would have said, no. But I have the experience. I know from experience that this is the way to go. Because when we go to bed, like when you, let's say you go on vacation, you wake up when you want to wake up, and you go to sleep when you want. You notice you don't feel good, but you're on vacation, you're doing nothing. Why is it you don't feel good? We are regimented. Our body works on a rhythm. And the market's like a rhythm too. It's on a rhythm. There's a time it's very easy, it's great to make money, and a time there's not. And then it goes into another flow, and then it stops and goes on. We want to go into the flow, get out of the flow, get into the flow, get out of the flow, and it's a regiment, and it's listening to the market. That's why I tell people you got to be paying attention to the market every day. It changes. 2 days from now, we can have a different song than what we do today. Just like we changed over here, right? There was a change happening right here. And that was to the downside. And PowerTarget Trade warned about this, and it happened. Boom, and we made great gains. Then it changed the game, right? But it's setting up. And now we are setting up again. And now it has to resolve itself. To me, obviously, if the market was to drop, the faster we dropped to 260, it would make life easier. From there, we have to assess the market, because can the market drop lower? Sure, it could. But according to what I'm looking at, that would be the most it would need to drop. Then we need to assess the market. I can't say to you for sure it's going to drop at 260, and then that's it. And it may not. And here's another thing I want to tell people. It may not drop to 260. It may not drop to 260. So we don't want to fight it. Adaptive thinkers, we don't fight. We don't want to be a stock clown wrong. That guy is so donkey, it's not funny. So clownish, whatever you want to call it. And anybody who with high success, listening to what I just said right now, would agree with me over the stock clown any day. I'm talking about with high success, with a high level of consciousness, not a mainstream loser thinker, right? So I tell it how it is. I'm not going to lie, sugarcoat anything. Listen, you want to regiment your life. The advice I'm giving is already powerful advice. You can research this yourself if you want to research it. I did my own research. I come to a conclusion. There's a lot of things I'm doing always to improve, right? Always to improve. I speak the truth from deep experience, right? You know, and a lot of people, they just want a simple, they want the same, they want to make the same mistakes, you know, they want to be right. No, listen to me. The only way to be right is to understand a system that listens to the big picture of the market. In the market, we went up to SPY 290 because I said, first of all, the market was telling us these things. And we did go higher, like I explained, right? But I did so because I understand how to read the market. The stock clown does not know how to read the market. The stock clown knows how to guess the market, assume the market. That's the wrong thing. And a lot of people are, if you want to guess and assume, then you are a clown like the clown. Join the clown party. We want to be the winner's side. We want to be right for the right reasons. When you make money this way, you'll make it for the long term. You can get lucky here and there. I told this in my if you make money on a wrong decision by fluke, that wrong decision can make you make 10 wrong decisions where you will lose. So whatever you gain on the wrong decision, you're going to lose it. When you make money on the right decision, you will always make more money in the long run. This I can tell you is a statistical measurement. I can tell you from my bottom of my heart and from deep experience. When we make money through a statistical proper measurement, you make money the right way. When you make it the wrong way through a guesstimate like a stock clown, you will lose. That's why he's wrong hundreds of positions or hundreds of times. He may be right on one thing for the wrong reason and wrong 20 other stocks because he can't understand he was wrong. He was only right for the wrong reason, not the right one. And I know, because I can see why. So I've done that study. I can tell you guys fully this. It's a good example because I can tell you, I can see why someone makes a mistake and what to do to correct it. That's why I told him, if he would listen to me, he has no idea. I guarantee you, if that guy would listen to me, 10 times the money he would make. 10 times. But he's too clownish, too small-minded to understand that. So that's okay. He'd rather fight me while I prove him wrong all the time. That's fine. I'm here to educate and empower people. And I use him as an example, people, to educate and empower you of don't want to be that direction. I've proven how massively wrong a person can be with that type of thinking. I've already proven it. Adaptive thinking is the only way to go. Listen to the boss, the market. That's what I do. And if I get it wrong, I adapt. But our statistical measurement is, we are above 80% correct. 80% above. And the more I follow my rules, it's going to go higher. And I will improve. It will be higher. It will go to 90%. So, and so on and so forth. Power trigger trade doesn't stay the same. Power trigger trade always advancing. I am not the same as I was last year. I'm only better. Advancing and adapting. The clown has not improved. The clown is the same. If you want to be a clown and you want your life to stay the same, then keep doing the same things. But if you want to advance, you listen to Power Trigger Trade, what Power Trigger Trade talks about, because I'm telling you the truth. And if you don't want to listen, that's fine with me. That's your problem. I said what I had to say. All I can do is tell you the truth, the facts, and then it's up to you. And I'm trying to help and tell people the truth from my experience and from how I really feel deep in here. Right? I see a lot of wrong, and a lot of people are going to remain that way because they keep their minds small. They want to continue doing the wrong things. They want to trade the wrong way. They want to think they know more than the market. Okay, that's fine with you. I'm an adaptive thinker. So I'm looking to change my mind on a daily, if necessary. Right now, I haven't changed my mind. But if I have to change my mind, I'm not going to fight the market. I will change my bearish stance. Will the stock clown? No, he won't. I will. Right now, bearish. And I know the numbers to look for, and the metrics, and what has to happen, and the confirmations, all these things. It's all ready. All right, people? Oh, a lot of people coming in now, eh? Good. Any questions for the big picture expert? Or because I know a lot of people, a lot of people really, I can tell that people really like to hear what I have to say, and that's why I talk to those people. There are the smart people, and I'm talking to them, and I'm hoping that I strike a chord in them because this is how I feel. Like I'm on, like I want to be my best, best in health metrics. Like I'm on a different level here. I've just shared with you what I'm doing, how regimented I am. I'm waking up 5:30 in the morning. I'm going to bed earlier. That's why I changed my life. That's a new thing I've been doing. There's a lot of new things I'll be talking about. There's a lot of things I'm always studying and improving. To have one metric, to be healthy and smart and sharp here as much as possible, and feel my best. And I'm the best ever right now, Power Trade, the best ever in how I feel. And that's why I'm telling you, from deep experience, Power Trade is always studying, but I've never felt better in my life from the new things that I have. And I'm constantly studying, observing, and trying and improving. Constantly. So if you want to be that person and live a better, healthier life, you want to stick to this channel because there's a lot of new things I'm going to be talking about, right? Right? Because all the money in the world will not help your health if you don't have the right habits in place. You see, you can tell like there's people who have a lot of money and have lost their wealth due to bad habits, not controlling their spending. Like take someone like Mike Tyson. Right? No brains, you lose everything, right? Bill Gates, lots of brains, lots of money. You understand, people? How you use this, how you spend this, and how you live your life gives you the ultimate life. Money alone isn't enough. It's that regiment lifestyle. Believe me. No matter how much money you have, without that regimen for health, your health will drop. Look at Steve Jobs, right? He didn't live the proper regimented lifestyle early. All avoidable. All avoidable. Lots of things are avoidable, people. Diabetes, avoidable. Cholesterol, avoidable. High blood pressure, avoidable. All things that require no medication. All avoidable by making the right style of lifestyle changes, right mindset, and your body heals. But with the wrong mindset, your body will deteriorate. Remember these words I'm telling you. The wrong mindset, the wrong method, anything mainstream. So go to bed late at night, you're going to deteriorate your body. It's going to happen eventually, right? It's just a matter of when. Okay? 2 o'clock in the morning, no good. Your body suffers, trust me. It suffers. Go to bed earlier. Wake up earlier. Regiment your life. You will be healthier. Even the weekend, it doesn't matter. Always regiment your life. You will be a machine. Smart as a whip. And then learn from somebody who's talking in this manner that does these things. That's not mainstream. And your life will change for the better. You understand, people? Power Trigger Trade, I know what I'm talking about. Those people who don't want to hear what I'm saying, that's too bad for them. They're going to be loser in life. I guarantee you. Mark my word. You don't listen to my words, you're going to pay it. But you're going to remember them. If you remember my words, you're going to say, he was right. But it'll be too late for you. So, mark my words. Everything I'm saying is bang on correct. There is no other way than the way I'm talking about. I know from too much experience now. We are such a rhythmic, we have a rhythm. Listen, the industrial age, we've had more sickness through the industrial age, and then we weren't built to be doing night shifts, and all those shift workers are suffering a massive health crisis. But it doesn't matter to the big rich company. Now that could change a bit because they got robotics and stuff like that. I don't want to get into it, but what I'm getting is that a lot of the illness we have to the society is due to the Industrial Revolution of way of thinking, which is not good for the human beings. Okay. Hello. FedEx Baba. All right. Yeah. Well, those stocks are they're not on the radar right now. I'll be posting one thing. We're in the chop zone, and I'm waiting for new confirmation. I think, like I explained, that we're going to need a couple of more days. I might get a better answer tomorrow. There is a stock I'm going to be watching and posting in Power Group Trades after this live stream. Do you see? Well, like I said, Marco, right now we are set up to go lower, as you can see what I drew here. However, it's still a decision zone because we are stuck. The SPY needs below 275 to 273, and not only get there but then follow through, and then it's game over. We're probably going to go test 260. But if that doesn't happen, and they decide to change that closings of the market, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to be stupid to fight the market. I'm going to be like a stupid stock clown? No, we're going to go long. We won't go short. Now, I'm not saying we're going to just go, but I'm saying that you have to have the open mind that we might have to adapt. And I don't know the answer right now. We are in what's called a chop zone, Marco. Yeah, NVIDIA is setting up to go lower money flow. But it's still in a chop zone right now. So it's not an easy entry. It's, you can get killed in it right now. See, the market right now, on most stocks, is a lose for both sides, up or down. One day it goes up, the next day it goes down. You don't make money like this. You make money this. See, these 3 days, that's where the money was. This is being shit. This is being crap to make money. Crap. This is just guessing. They didn't have to bring it up, but they did. They did their games, and they did a good job. And I already saw their issues anyways. No, it doesn't surprise me. But what I am doing now is waiting for new signals. We are adapting. You can't make money in chop signal. You can guess. As I said and stated, according to my scans, according to everything, the market still favors lower prices. But we have to be also open-minded that if the market says otherwise, we must change. And we already know the warning signs. I've already discussed it with my group. We already know what to look for, but we're not there yet. But we're going to know for sure. We're going to get an answer soon. Could be 2 or 4 days from now. What to really look for. And then we need confirmation. And believe me, when we get the confirmation, dollar bills we're going to be making. But you got to be patient. It's not about making money every day. It's about making money. You know, sometimes you can make the money. I'll give you a true story. You can make the money in 1 week for the year, because you're just, not for the year, but for months, because you're and then you're struggling. You're playing the chop game, not worth your time, and you're losing all your gains because you're going too big in where things are not safe. Like, what wants to confirm my new plans? I have more, so we'll start entering more into things, right? Lots of bearish, a lot of stuff that's setting up for the bearish, like for example, NVIDIA. However, it's still setting up. It's got a chop zone. It could swing up and down. But it's gonna, the more they chop it, the better the setup becomes, as it's gonna, and then we're gonna get that movement, and we'll be prepared. So we might go into NVIDIA, for example, but that depends on how things play out. I need to, again, people, listen carefully. That's why I want to get it. Every day, we need to adapt to the information. So right now, I'm still at that, we are in the chop zone. I'll just explain this now. When we're going to get the signals from the market, and that could be tomorrow, it may not be tomorrow, because it still remains, it could be in 2 days from now, it could be 3 days, but it's coming. And the patience is to wait for those right signals, and it could come tomorrow for all it'll be very apparent tomorrow for all I know. But without the market moving and giving that information, right, every day the market, and it updates all kinds of stuff, all kinds of things are happening. And my system, I look at all kinds of data every day to make my conclusion. This is why I'm so correct all the time. That's why I outclass everybody, because my system is about listening to the big picture. That's why all these so-called professionals or whatever, they're all telling they just wrong. And perfect example, though he's not a professional, he's old world school thinker of professionals, the stock clown, massively wrong the SPY since 225. I have the documented video of how bearish he was and how certain he was that it was a bubble. And the market rallied massively since that day in 2016, December. And he was probably bearish all through 2016 anyways, and massively wrong right up until now. So even if the market's down, he's claiming he was right. No, you're not right, stock clown. I was right, because I caught the upside, and we were on the right side, which is to the downside short term. Is the market going down forever? No, of course not. The market's gone up a lot. It's doing what's called a retracement. Normal, healthy, even this upward movement was simply a retracement. No proof that the market's just going to fly when you have a bear flag that's developing, that has to break up or down. What do? Let the market tell us what to do. And it does, believe it. With my system, and looking at the rules that I have, it helps us. It helps us tremendously, people. And again, Power Trigger Trade, always advancing, always getting better. Right? Never staying the same. Learning. Don't want to be wrong like a stock clown and defend what's wrong. If you would just simply say, I was wrong, I don't know what I'm doing, let me learn something new. This guy is right. No, he'd rather make money the wrong way. That's why he's massively wrong. Not a little bit wrong, massively wrong. No one could say I'm wrong or massively wrong, because I've been massively correct. And it's statistically measured and proven on my YouTube channel videos. It's documented through the roof. Proof. Documented proof. Even this video will document what I'm saying. It documents everything I do. Everything I do is a documented fact. I can pull it up for somebody. They want to disbelieve me and say that I'm wrong. I pull up the proof. I say, you want the thing? And I will disprove them. They're out $1,000,000. Just saying. So no one's going to want to, trust me, no one in their right mind would want to try to disprove me. You can't disprove what's correct because PowerTarget trade adapts to the market always. I'm not fighting. We don't want to fight the market. No one can be perfect. Remember this, no one is perfect. You don't have to be. But you do want to be more right than wrong. And you want to, and that's what we are. We catch the majority of the gains with small losses. Okay? Stock clown, massively wrong, little gains. Massively wrong. Listen, guys, I have the video to prove it. I'll pull it up. Let's see what he said there. If he's wrong, what he said, what the market did, which he was, he owes 10, 20 million. Does he want to put a bet on that? That we listen, we'll let professionals say what he said there and say that he said the market was going down big time. He had big time. In fact, he maintained that bearish stance all through that rise. That's called massively wrong. If he would bet real money on that, on his calls, because he didn't want to adapt by his wrong thinking, he'd be, well, he's non-existent right now. But me, all the money in the world I would have, because I was massively correct, the big picture. You look at my videos, what I said, and what I said happened. That's the difference. You know why? Because I listened to the market. You can't beat that system. Like I told you, day traders, these day traders, penny stock, those are baby traders. Those are, listen, the big cap, the market itself, that's what counts. Every other way of making money is really a little brain of thinking, little minuscule pebbles. You're making money through stupidity. Anyways, you want to make money through skill, not through stupidity. Stupidity, stock clown. He'd rather be wrong. He could make 10 times the money, my system versus his system. 10, 20, 30, 40 times the money. That's, what would you rather do? Make 10 times the money and be right about it? Or make 10 times less the money just so you can say, I'm right, but you're being right being the wrong way. You understand what I'm getting at? That's up to you. You got to think about yourself and say, you know what? I make one good call and I make 10 bad ones. Why? Because you're sabotaging yourself. You're thinking the wrong way. You base everything on that one right call when it wasn't right. See? If you're a person who makes 10 makes one great decision and 10 bad ones, something is wrong, right? And that's a lot of people out there. Is that you? You know what I'm saying? All right, people. Yeah, you're right. Focus is, and that's what I'm about, people. Well, like I said, money flow. Definitely, I'm not telling you that NVIDIA won't go higher, but I'm gonna wait for that proof, because right now, if you assume it's a if it's a thing, then you should put all your money. You should put your money in NVIDIA now, right? You know what I'm saying? You might be right that one time, but how many other times will you be wrong? If you can afford, if you think you're right about it, put all your money. But you'll see what I'm getting at. Obviously you can't, right? Because it doesn't matter what you think. We don't really know, right? I believe that yes, NVIDIA could go up. I mean, am I going to fight that like a stock clown? No, I would change. But I don't care about NVIDIA. I'm caring about what. See, again, you don't understand what I do. I'm looking for what stocks are making sense to me and where it's in our favor to make money without risk, high risk, okay? If something's high risk, forget about it. Don't worry about this. Other ways to make it. Listen, I can make 100% gains in anything that makes sense. So focus on what makes sense. And what doesn't make sense, leave it alone. And when it's good, we'll get back. When NVIDIA is good, we'll get back in NVIDIA. It's like Netflix. Netflix happened to make that rally and then they dropped it. They did a drop. It went down from its earnings, but went up, right? That was a guessing game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're going to put big money betting on the earnings of Netflix. And now, just because Netflix went up, that everything's okay. Netflix is in the market. Netflix is one stock, right? The market's looking at a lot of stocks, right? And the market's smarter than everybody else. So remember that. So what I'm trying to do is I'm focusing on what makes sense. Right now, NVIDIA is set up to go lower, but I may not get a signal and I won't bother with NVIDIA money flow. You understand? Do you think we'll chop? Anything's, you know what, Robert? Yeah, anything's possible. I just, like I said to you guys, listen, we're gonna adapt on the daily. This is an adaptive market right now. Okay, we are in the center point. In other words, the market cannot. Here's the problem: the market can afford to go lower and still remain massively bullish. You have to understand this, right? If the market was to drop 1,000 points right now, it doesn't make a dent to its uptrend. You understand this, right? But the market at the same time can decide not to drop to that level. That's possible too. So who are we to fight the market? I don't want to, listen to me, and I said this millions of times, we are going to wait for the signals and take confirmation. That's it. That's the simplest way to make money. Don't assume nothing like a stock clown. Wait for confirmation and take the confirmation signals. We're going to wait for alignment. I have a plan that I like. If it can confirm, if it doesn't confirm, we leave it alone. We will wait for confirmation. Okay? But confirmation, when the market's more aligned, will work a lot better. Right now, SPY is still in chomp zone, right? But some stuff will still work. But when the market finishes the chomp zone and starts its new direction, you're going to see how much easier it's going to be to make money when you have the right mindset and the right setups to focus on that are in the right direction. Some stocks may not want to, they might just want to chop. Even though the market drops, they don't go anywhere. They chop around. We don't want to play those stocks. See, my system is based on what's in favor, what's making the most sense, what's in alignment. Let's play with that guy. Let's make our money there. We make the most money like that. Why do I want to play in the pond where it's not in my favor? Remember that. That's another strategy we have. We play where it's in our favor. Because if I can't make money where it's in my favor, I'm gonna surely lose money in something that's not in favor. You follow? Your odds dramatically drop when you play stuff that's not in favor. Right now, NVIDIA, for now, is not in favor, but it can change tomorrow and become very clear. Okay? I'll give you an example. What became more clear to me, which has a stock that has alignment that tells me the market should go lower, is Home Depot, for example. So I'm going to talk about Home Depot inside of Power Group Trades. But it needs to confirm. But it is making a lot of sense to me. And you know, if you look at a Home Depot chart, you notice that even though the market was pulling up today, they dropped it they gave a strong. Now, the day yesterday, it was in a chop zone. It favored lower, but it needed to confirm it, and they happened to confirm it. Well, they made it more clear, I should say, today. They created a really strong setup day. Now, the question is, can they confirm it? And it could be that Home Depot could be the key. That if they can confirm Home Depot, the rest of the market will follow because it dropped the first. So Home Depot is a clue. Now, if they can't confirm Home Depot, you see what I'm getting at? So adaptive thinking is measurements of things that can confirm, not confirm, what's going on with this stock, what's going on. And I'm looking at a lot of statistical measurement. I know about NVIDIA already. I know about everything. But I know one thing, anything can do what you see what Home Depot did? Look at the chart, look how it dropped today. Boom! In the market, it did that when the market wasn't so bearish today. It just dropped, even though they're earning. That's how it works. The market, and a lot of stocks are set up like that. They are in that halfway point, and they're going to want to crack one way or the other, like a Home Depot. Boom! And you know what? If you're prepared, you're catching those stuff, just like the Home Depot. But a lot of stuff is like Home Depot, except they got to confirm it really hard right now. And if they don't, then they take longer to confirm. So, anyways, that's just an example, people. Right? So, for example, if you look at a Home Depot stock chart, you'll see. Actually, what the hell? Why don't I just put it up here? I don't know why I didn't think about that. I'm talking about more advice and everything today. Look at. So here's my point. Up to yesterday, the market's chopping, right? Home Depot, chop, 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 right? Now, Home Depot obviously favored bearishness through through all metrics anyways, even regular charts here. But it could have went. But here, look what happened here. And who would have known the magnitude was going to be like this? But it doesn't matter. It's still not over, right? It's day one. Okay. So this makes a lot of sense. This is something stock to watch. Okay. This is how I think. Okay. So we already have an alignment with this fucker, with this stock right over here. All right. Here's an example. Not everything is like this, but they're like this. They're set up like this Home Depot. And then they make their move. See what I'm getting at, people? Some of them might take a little long and then make it easier. You had to prepare for this one, right? But it doesn't matter. It's not the over here, by the way. If this move is for real, Home Depot is going to test lower prices. But we will be watching for confirmation. I'll be talking more about that inside of Power Group Trades, because we are adaptive thinkers. Superior in every metric. No trader alive is better than this system. Adaptive thinking is the only way to survive this market. To be greater than 80% correct, adaptive thinking. It's the only way to be. Adaptive thinking will always make you catch the big gainers. But at the same time, you got to learn to back away from the market because it's not worth your time and effort. That's what we're doing right now. And then we're going to attack. Make the dollar bills. The market still hasn't aligned though, by the way. So Home Depot is ready, but SPY is not. So this is what makes things could slow it down temporarily. But I'm watching this fucker, right? And we're watching this guy right now. See, but this guy is like this, flagging. Capiche, people. But a decision has to be made. And we will let the market tell us. It will tell us. Don't worry about it. Our question is, are you preparing to listen to the market? A power trick or trade always is. We don't want to be a stock clown, stock bookie, wrong in the big picture for years. Wrong! Completely wrong. That's why he's quiet. He just can't say nothing, can't celebrate because he's been wrong. I can celebrate all the time. Right? I'm so right, I celebrate all the time. Because I'm Power Trick or Trade, massively correct. All documented on my stream. We wait for confirmation. We don't guess. We don't assume. We adapt. What time is it? All right, people. Power Trick Trade is not going to stay too long. HT often follows interest rates and mortgage flow. Sandal sees. Yeah. Well, there you go. Like, think about this now. Home Depot could be telling us something, right? So, again, SPY has a bear flag. Home Depot's like this. NVIDIA, same thing. See it? NVIDIA, same shit. It's kind of like a flag pattern here. But you understand me? And when it's ready, she still needs some time here. But when she's ready, at the same time, she could change course. It's hard to. It's unlike Home Depot. Home Depot is a lot more clearer than NVIDIA. So you don't need to battle NVIDIA until it becomes more clear, and then you attack. There's plenty of money to be made, people. You don't have to worry about being perfect, and you want to get the market makes itself clear, right? You know, I'll give an example. We went short Amazon, okay, on that drop. And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you, this is a true story, and I got to go. We made money just alone on these bars here. But then this thing just dropped more and more and more. So when you're right, you can be massively, and you can still catch big gains because this was the trend. And it was so easy and it was clear. And how do I know that? Because we made money easily. It followed its trend. It was a joke to make money. The options we were in, though I didn't hold it for that, they went, the options were $1,350.
Now, I didn't hold it to that, but my point is here is that they went to about $6,500. And they were weekly options. That's huge gains because they were in the money, right? So when we're right, I wasn't just right to short on Amazon. We were massively right. Massively right. 6 times the money. I do this all the time. I didn't catch that because it's Amazon. But we were massively right. The big picture, the thought process was right. We made money the right way. Because we weren't right for a little baby move. We were right for the massive move. And that is the key. That's what the stock count cannot do, because he's right for the little move and misses the big move majority of the time because his mindset is all wrong. All right, now, people. Have a good night, people. Thanks for listening. Until next time, Power Trick or Trade, out.